Alright, so you know Season 12, right? Yeah, that one season that nobody likes. Well, today I'm going to be doing a review on it. What I'll be doing today is I'll be going through the pros and cons of Season 12 and see if it's any good. You already know the answer to that.
No.
So, let's get started. I fucking love the idea of them having CGI faces. It's very unique and different from the other seasons. On paper, yes, but in execution, it's horrible! We'll come back to this topic when we get to the cons. The visuals, for some reason, somehow fits this season? Hank is an actually alright character. I love the accent that Brandon gave him.
Shucks, Thomas. I'm so sorry. That's too bad.
James Works It Out was a decent episode. It's so in character for James to not listen, letting him get a big head, not listening to Hector. Hi, this is Caleb from the future. I forgot to mention that the scene with Edward and Gordon from Steady Eddie was really fun. Okay, back to Caleb in the present. The CGI faces is great in concept, but in execution, hell no. They're inconsistent most of the time. Some of them are cropped really badly, or tracked horribly. Everyone is so out of character. All they do is just mess up. Angelus and Brandon were just terrible this season. You can tell they were struggling to keep up with the lip syncing. I'll let this clip say it all.
Thomas, you are to pick up the brass band from the docks. And don't forget to have a washdown, thank you.
The narrow gauge engines are just awful. They are just toddlers who just get big heads or just don't tell anyone anything. This season is probably their worst. All of the stories are so fucking cliche. They all use stories like, we make mistakes, we misunderstood, just ask for help, etc, etc, etc. The writing was super poor. The stories and execution are just the fucking same. Some of the episodes are so frustrating to get through. Especially Push Me Pull You, Don't Go Back, and Best Friends. Scarloey is an idiot, Diesel and Thomas don't watch where they are going, and Thomas and Percy are just not best friends. Best Friends is probably the worst. I'm sorry to anybody who somewhat likes this episode, but it's just so frustrating to get through. Thomas doesn't treat Percy like how he's supposed to treat him. It pisses me off every time. This is more of a nitpick, but do the drivers even know what they're doing? Out of the 15 episodes I've watched, I think the drivers and firemen only appear once. Do they even know how to drive their engines? Another nitpick, but does Topham not give a shit about his engines? We always see him happy or pissed. Also, why the fuck does he have Gordon's Season 7 voice? I'll compare the two between two episodes.
Not me! You never catch me looking so ridiculous!
None of you arrived, so Diesel had to do all your jobs. And now he's late to do his own work.
But then later he just has a deep voice?
Thank you.
I don't get. Future Caleb again. Another nitpick, but why do some of the sets look so empty? Like, huh? You were running out of budget for that. Gee, I wonder if they were trying to cut costs. And I think that's it. Is Season 12 any good? Well...
No.
All the episodes are just poorly written, everyone is so out of character, and it's just overall atrocious. If you plan to watch Season 12, don't. It's not worth your time. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to D10 Studios 235 and Fairly Odd Ended Creations for inspiring me to make this review of their reviews on Billboard and Push Me Pull You. Link to both their socials, channels, and reviews are in the description. Hi, Caleb from the future one more time. Another shout out to ThomasFan261 and his review on Season 12. Link to his socials, channel, and review in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.